Hello and welcome to Roll for Sanity, where we become mythos investigators in the world of Call of Cthulhu role-playing. And welcome to all the new investigators joining us since the last vid. Today we're going to be looking at the bustling streets of 1880s London to discover how Victorians lived, worked and played so we can incorporate these into the backstories of our investigators. We'll be looking at 10 different activities, events and pastimes that gave life to the city from the perspective of the upper, middle and lower classes, and what we can learn for our investigators' backstories. So grab your top hats and bustles and let's step into Victorian London. First up, we have the rituals of the upper class. In the 1880s, the wealthy would often take carriage rides through Hyde Park, especially during the fashionable hour of 5 p.m. This was a time to see and be seen, to socialise and to show off one's finest attire. Another essential upper-class part-time was making social calls or paying visits. Ladies accompanied by their servants would leave their calling cards at the home of friends and acquaintances, hoping to catch them at home for tea and conversation. This ritual helped maintain strength and social connections. Evenings for the upper class were often filled with cultural pursuits and grand events. Attending the opera was a popular choice, with the Royal Opera House in Covent Garden being one of the most prestigious venues. Here, the elite could enjoy performances by some of the world's finest singers and musicians. Balls and dances were also frequent occurrences in the lives of Victorian upper class. These grand events allowed young people to socialise, dance and perhaps even find a suitable relationship match. There were also an opportunity for families to display their wealth and status. Moving on to the middle class, the 1880s saw the rise of department stores, which revolutionised the way people shopped. Stores like Liberty & Co and Harrods offered a wide variety of goods under one roof, making shopping a leisure activity for the growing middle class. The middle class also had a keen interest in self-improvement and education. Visiting museums and cultural institutions such as the British Museum was a popular pastime. These spaces allowed people to learn about history, art and the natural world, all whilst enjoying a day out. Evenings for the middle class would be spent attending lectures on various topics from science and history to literature and philosophy. These events proved both educational and entertaining, fitting the middle class ethos of self-improvement. Concerts were another popular choice for a night out, with numerous concert halls and music venues throughout London. The middle class could enjoy performances by professional musicians as well as amateur musical societies. For the lower classes, life in 1880s London was more often about survival than leisure. Nevertheless, there were still moments of respite and enjoyment. Markets such as Covent Garden and Billingsgate were not only places to buy and sell goods, but also spaces for socialising and catching up on the latest news. Public houses or pubs were another essential gathering place for the working class. Here they could enjoy a drink, play games and darts or dominoes and find a sense of community after a long day of work. In the evenings, the lower classes could enjoy various forms of entertainment such as music halls. These venues offered a mix of singing, comedy and speciality acts, providing a lively and affordable night out. Some of the most famous music halls included the Middlesex and the Britannia. Penny gaffs or penny theatres were another popular form of entertainment. For just a penny, audiences could enjoy a variety of acts, from melodramas to farces to acrobatic performances. These theatres were often makeshift and could be found in the poorest areas of the city. Throughout the 1880s, London also played host to several special events that drew visitors from all classes. One such event was the International Health Exhibition of 1884, held in South Kensington. This exhibition aimed to promote public health and showcase the latest innovations in sanitation, medicine and more. Another notable event was the Colonial and Indian Exhibition of 1886, which celebrated the arts, industries and cultures of the British Empire. Held in a specially constructed building in South Kensington, the exhibition attracted millions of visitors and showcased everything from Indian textures to Canadian timber. Sports and leisure activities were also popular among the classes in 1880s London. Boxing, for instance, drew large crowds with prize fights held in various venues across the city. The sport was enjoyed by both the working class and the elite, with some wealthy patrons even organising private matches. Football was also gaining popularity at this time. Although the game was still in its early stages, several clubs had already been established, including Arsenal, which was founded in 1886. Matches drew enthusiastic crowds and helped foster a sense of community among supporters. The annual Oxford-Cambridge boat race was another highlight of the sporting calendar. First held in 1826, the race became an eagerly anticipated event, with spectators lining the banks of the River Thames to cheer on their favourite team. Children in 1880s London had a variety of games and toys to keep them entertained. Popular pastimes included playing with hoops, spinning tops and marbles. For those from wealthier families, there were more elaborate toys such as doll houses, rocking horses and mechanical toys. Street entertainment was another source of entertainment for children. Organ grinders, Punch and Judy shows and other performers could be found throughout the city, providing moments of wonder and joy for young audiences. While our look at what could make up an investigator's backstory in 1880s London has revealed a city of life and entertainment, it wouldn't be complete without the darker side of Victorian life. Crime, poverty and prostitution were rife, particularly in the notorious slums of the East End. The most infamous example of the era's criminal underbelly is, of course, Jack the Ripper. In 1888, the brutal murders of at least 5 women in the Whitechapel district sent shockwaves through the city and captivated the public's imagination. The identity of the killer remains a mystery to this day. There you have it, folks, a whirlwind tour for player imaginations through the streets of 1880s London, exploring pastimes, events and entertainment that gave life to this incredible city. From the opulence of upper-class balls to the gritty reality of the East End, Victorian London was a city of contrasts, filled with stories that continue to captivate us today. What will you choose as your Cthulhu by Gaslight investigator's backstory? If you haven't seen our Victorian detective character creation video, then do check that out. But thanks for joining us, and we'll roll for Sanity again soon.